Well, hello there, Mick Rockin' Bolters. So I'm glad you took your time to spend with me right here today. And on this installment, on the MRB Wrestling Review Show, I will give you my predictions for WWE's pay-per-view event tomorrow night, Money in the Bank. The first match on the card is a pre-show match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It'll be The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns taking on the Usos. And due to that, The Shield is kind of losing their edge a bit. They need to regain that edge. And with that being said, I think The Shield retains the Tag Team Championships. And in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view itself, the first match I have here is Y2J, come on baby! Chris Jericho going one-on-one with Ryback. Now, from what I understand, Chris Jericho will be touring with Ozzy after Money in the Bank, so we may or may not see him at SummerSlam. That's alright. But with all that being said, with Ryback, who really shouldn't be talking, I think, in my opinion, and should stop whining and complaining. And the WWE has no idea what to do with him. And for some reason, he needs to gain some momentum because he lost his last few matches. So with that being said, I think Ryback should win just to gain that momentum back. But because Ryback whines and complains so much, I'd say Chris Jericho wins this match. AJ Lee goes one-on-one with Caitlyn for the Divas Championship. A match that sparked my interest a little. But, with all this being said, I think right now AJ Lee is the face of the Divas division right now. And for that reason, AJ Lee retains the Divas title. Also, at Money in the Bank, the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. It will be the champ, Curtis Axel, going one-on-one with The Miz. I don't see The Miz winning anything anytime soon, right now. So for that reason, I think Curtis Axel retains. And because he's still new, he's fresh, and he needs that fire as well, as we saw on SmackDown. So for that reason, I think Curtis Axel retains the championship. I think it's too soon for him to lose the champ. And that's the reason why I think Curtis Axel retains the Intercontinental Championship. Also, it will be the Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner earns a contract for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the match with all heels, and I think this is the match that is really, really hard to predict. I mean, you have all these crazy things going on, with the team of Rhodes Scholars and Zip Coulter's team of Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro. Damian Santos, Cody Rhodes feel like dark horses. I don't know if I see Jack Swagger winning, even Fandango or Cesaro. Wade Barrett and Dean Ambrose, I would be okay if one of those two superstars win the Money in the Bank. So one of them two, Dean Ambrose or Wade Barrett. But see, here's the thing about that. Dean Ambrose, like I said, has no interaction with the rest of these guys. And Wade Barrett is the guy that should be competing for the World Heavyweight Champ. So for that reason, Wade Barrett should win. But sometimes silence can be deadly. Maybe Ambrose will pull off the victory. So I'm a little 50-50 split, but at least, hopefully, one of those two guys will become, the next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship and win this ladder match. And speaking of ladder matches, the next one on the card is the AllStar match. Now, I haven't heard yet if there will be a replacement for Kane in this match. Big Show or Rey Mysterio would be a cool, replacement. Probably Rey Mysterio over the Big Show because Rey is a high flyer, and you have to have, a Lucha Libre high flyer in a ladder match. I mean, it makes sense, right? With that being said, the guys that are in this match are CM Punk, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Christian, Sheamus, and the guy who I consider the wild card, Rob Van Dam. But see, here's the thing. I don't know if I could see Rob Van Dam winning this match due to his schedule, his temporary schedule. He's only coming back temporarily. It won't be full time. So for that reason, I don't think he will be the guy to win. I think something happens to Rob Van Dam, though, that causes some sort of feud or rivalry or etc., etc. Maybe the Wyatt family comes out and attacks Rob Van Dam. And here's another thing. I hope the Wyatt family does make their appearance at Money in the Bank. It should happen. Any time at all would be alright. But, that should happen. The Wyatt family, for sure, should come out during one of the matches at Money in the Bank. Or at least have their own segment as well. And with all that being said, of all these guys that are in Money in the Bank, I can either see Daniel Bryan or Randy Orton winning this match. I mean, Daniel Bryan really has been looking good for the past few months right now, and he's going really, really over with the fans right now. The S chants and everything else, etc., etc. Looking fantastic in the ring every single night on Raw and SmackDown. For that reason, he's the guy that I think should win this match. And for some reason, Randy Orton has been lately really good as of late. And I know some people may not be wanting to admit that. But I think Randy Orton has shown that he's been really good throughout the past few weeks on Raw and SmackDown. For that reason, I think Randy Orton could win as well. Again, it's one of those matches that's hard to predict anyway. But with all that being said, I gotta go with my heart. Daniel Bryan to be the winner of this match. And I will get to a cash-in later on, and I think with that being said, I think at Money in the Bank, there will be a cash-in. Also, Alberto Del Rio will go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship. Here's the interesting thing. Even though Dolph Ziggler looks excellent right now, he's got momentum, he's got everything now, AJ Lee, being his girlfriend still, I think there will be a write-off, with, when AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler split. I don't know if the two of them being the power couple holding two champions will work. I think maybe somehow there's going to be some sort of thing happening between AJ and Dolph Ziggler sometime in the future. And I think one of those things is the World Heavyweight Championship, and for that reason, I think Alberto Del Rio will retain his World Heavyweight Championship only because AJ Lee should retain her Divas Championship. And I think the match that will close out the show, and for good reason, a cash-in. Here's what I think will happen. Now, hang on. Before I get to that, I should go back. In the Money in the Bank All-Stars match, here's what I picture. CM Punk. He's the only one in the ring. He goes to climb up the ladder, and out from the crowd, not from the entrance, but out from the crowd, comes Brock Lesnar, comes in the ring, F5 CM Punk, here comes the pain, costs him the match, and here's the build-up to the one-on-one confrontation between Brock Lesnar and CM Punk at SummerSlam. There you have it. So with all that said, I think that may happen. And here's the interesting thing. If, in fact, that does happen, few minutes after that, you see the guy winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Makes perfect sense, right? I mean, usually when someone interferes, it's usually around the end time, and it shouldn't be in the middle or the beginning because that would just totally, make the match look horrible. So I think that if Brock Lesnar does interfere and cost CM Punk the match, it should happen close to the end. And if that does happen, Daniel Bryan or Randy Orton, one of those guys, or anyone really, should come out and just grab the briefcase. Makes sense. With all that being said, the WWE Championship will be on the line. It'll be John Cena going one-on-one with Mark Henry. Here is what I have in my head. John Cena lifts Mark Henry up for the AA, only because, he had trouble lifting Mark Henry on Monday Night Raw. So he'll have no problem at Money in the Bank when he pulls him up on his shoulders. It gives him the AA and pins him 1, 2, 3, right? So, after that, John Cena celebrates his WWE Championship victory in the ring. Mark Henry comes to and then attacks John Cena from behind and giving him multiple World's Strongest Slams, one by one by one by one by one, until he's just absolutely not responding. And then out comes Daniel Bryan, cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase, and then just pins John Cena 1, 2, 3. That would make my day, actually. And that would look good for Daniel Bryan. He goes in. He walks out. He goes in. No, he walks out Money in the Bank as the champ, the WWE champ, goes into SummerSlam as the WWE champ, and faces John Cena for the title. Makes perfect sense. I think that should happen tomorrow night in just 24 hours from now. I'm your co-host for the MRB Wrestling Review Show, Mike McRock Wilson, and those were my predictions for tomorrow night's event, Money in the Bank. We'll see you tomorrow night, live from Philadelphia. Get plenty of rest, and always do your best.